So we just ended a beautiful hike here at the Silver Falls State Park, in Salem, in Silverton, Oregon. I keep they saying Salem, but anyway. And we also drank out of the creek, and it was just amazing. It felt like a very grounding experience. So I just felt just leaning towards doing a tarot spread. Today I'm gonna be using my 6'5" boyfriend flannel as a tarot scarf, or where you put the cards. And yeah, we're gonna be also using a tarot deck that is inside this little tarot card box that my boyfriend did for me. He has a 3D printer and he takes commissions, so just let me know, guys. And the tarot that we're gonna be using is the Mucha Tarot deck. It's an Art Nouveau um, tarot deck. Is really beautiful, honestly. So yeah, it's gonna be I have a good feeling about this reading. Let's just get started. And while I'm shuffling the cards, I just invite you to take a deep breath in and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You don't have to take it if it's not yours. Um, and just like really, let's just ask the cards for a message that we need to listen to right now. Not as a prediction, but as a guidance. Okay. And let's just separate them and see which one calls the name. I think we're gonna choose the last one. Okay. So the center of the spread right now is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, it's a very interesting card because I just believe that it has like a very balanced energy, even if it's just regarding the mind, right? Spades or swords are usually related to the mind and the intellect in tarot. The masculine figure of authority in tarot kings refer to an understanding of the element, just like a dominion of the element towards the outside. Like, not only have you already integrated that element, but you're also expanding it to your surroundings. So it's an element that really talks about you taking charge of changing your reality. You have become really disciplined in this aspect of not stopping. The lessons that you have been analyzing and that you have been integrating right now tells me that it's you tended to be a very pessimistic person, and maybe even someone who just like a victim mentality, and you used to not see the way through your problems, where actually the problems that you were having weren't like a reflection of your own consciousness. It was just like a reflection of yourself. So one of the other things that you have been really integrating in this process in your life has been the art of receiving. This is the card of the Empress. It's a major arcana card, and it really talks about receiving. That's it. It talks about opening yourself to creating, to harvesting the reality. It's the reality that you're living in. So this is just really a very fertile energy. You have discovered the only way out is through. So you've learned that the fertile grounds are inside you. And the more that you change the inside of you, is also the more that you expand it towards your reality. And finally, so you've already mastered this energy of receiving, of like completely stopping like pushing and just attracting, like opening yourself for what comes next. And finally, and this makes so much sense, the final lesson that you've learned is to integrate the counterpart, which in this case is considered with the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a card, a beautiful card, usually talks about like romance. But in this aspect, what I'm seeing it as, it could be like maybe you could have just found someone that really complimented you and that really reflected those aspects of yourself that maybe you need to work on back to you. But this could also, like, if you are not in a relationship, it could also mean that you have made the two parts of yourself, because we're just made of a whole bunch of different parts, and you've made the two parts of yourself that seem the most opposite. You've finally aligned them, where you allow both of them to exist, and you just embody this energy of completion, and that's how you came this far. You know, you are really right now in a very key point in your journey, and I feel like you need to recognize yourself more for that. You need to stop being so much in the mind and just really seeing it from the outside, seeing everything you've accomplished so far. I don't believe that you knew that you could get to this point. But then again, the king is the highest rank that there is in the court of tarot. The next one would be the knight. And what do knights do? They are all in horses, so they are all leaving. Is that those are cards that talk to us about starting, just like traveling towards your next step. So that is what is next, right? You've reached the pinnacle of knowledge that you needed to have in this stage in your life, and it's time for you to graduate and just move forward. And the next cards really, really reflect that because in your future, or like in the journey that you're starting, we can see first the three of wands, and the three of wands is literally what it is. It's like a being entering a portal, because I want you to see that one of the one of the little of the wands that he's holding, he's using as his walking stick, but the other two resemble a doorway. And what are doorways but portals? Those are portals. So yeah, you are really envisioning the horizon that you're about to enter, and I feel like that is very powerful. With all of this knowledge and like really, I feel like with the King of Swords, you've become a person that is really just too analytical. Sometimes even you just like become sort of cold towards others because of how analytical you can be. But anyway, that's just like the shadow part. I don't feel very connected to that right in this reading. So we're just gonna follow through. Um so yeah, you are just envisioning what's next for you. You are also in this card, you can see that, right? The dawn is just breaking. There is a new horizon, a new chapter. Like the dawn is just like this new chapter. Every day is a new chapter. um and the waters are just really, really still. So you are leaving this intense waters and you're going towards more calmer times. You know, your emotions are gonna be more in tune with yourself, and that is because you've learned to balance those two parts of yourself. Anyway, let's follow through. Um, so yeah, you are really in the entrance towards something in this next chapter. And then the following card is the High Priestess, which is also a major arcana. Also, look at how, can you like show the cards a little more? Look at how two of the major arcana are just in the same spot, just like in different um sides. It's like a mirror almost. And also like the Empress, which is like a very fertile, very creative and sexual energy, and then the High Priestess, which is like a more mature and sage archetype. So yeah, the next step that you're gonna be having is really leaning into that intuition, that inner knowledge. And I also feel very cold here to tell you that it's important that you connect to your maternal lineage, you know, to all of your grandmas, all of the women in your family that really have taught you things, even if they're no longer here. It's important that you talk to them. You just ask them questions. The real way to manifest is actually asking questions. The real way to have clarity is to leave your ego behind and understand that you don't know shit. That is the first step towards enlightenment. That's what they told us at church the other day. It's not a Christian church, guys. Don't worry. This is really telling you to lean into the unexplicable. You know, sometimes that is the only way to go. Like, because tell me, you have been following all of these rules, all of the explained rules that society has put in your road since you were a child, and where are you now? Because you've been feeling really lost. Right now, you feel a sense of accomplishment, and yes, like you are secure in your place, but that hasn't always been the way. So, if you have already tried all of the explicable ways, the ways that they told you to follow when you were a kid, then and they're not giving you any fruits really, then just try the other road. It's okay to change your mind. Also, I think with the King of Swords, that's a very important advice for you right now. It's important that you understand that it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to say I was wrong. But anyway, this is also part of your priestess era where you really have to lean into your intuition, right? Also pay attention to your dreams and even look at this. I hadn't thought about that, but look at how they are both entering into, or they are both standing in front of portals, but each one of them is on a different side. That's where you're going. That's amazing. I love this spread. So once you really have integrated this part of your reality, I see that there comes like a moment where you feel that you are in a spot where you have to fight. But the difference is that you will have all of the tools that you need to do so, right? So also it's important that you don't give up. That's like a main thing with the Seven of Wands. It's a card that tells you that it might seem like there's a lot of things against you, but you actually have like more chances to win. So take it. Take a victory when you can. And at the bottom of the deck, to finalize, we have the knight, um, the knight of Pentacles. When this is the energy that is coming your way, and the knight once again is. Oh, wait a second. No, this is the page. Sorry, since this deck doesn't have the names. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell, but maybe the Knight of Pentacles would be suitable here as well. Anyway, the page of Pentacles also tells us a lot about like reconnecting to the innocence that we've lost. Is a card that talks about the lowest rank in the court of tarot, and it just really reminds you of the magic that you were able to do when you weren't thinking that much about it. Like all of the best things in life always come when you're not even expecting it, where you just make things happen out of nowhere. So just I think it's important in this stage that you really reconnect with that energy of um, imagination and creativity. And especially, I mean, the pentacles are the element of the earth as well. So it's important that you really just reconnect with yourself, with your body, that is the earth, and with nature, which seems pretty suiting. But yeah, anyway, if you are interested in a private reading, you can leave a comment under this video, or you can always reach me at my email or my Instagram. And yeah, I hope that this resonated with you guys. As I said before, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember, I'm never going to be offering you readings on your DMs, so don't fall for scammers. And I hope to see you soon, guys. I was really happy to do this.